Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
From his end zone, here's Rashid Shaheed. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
In his 7th season now, here's Alvin Kamara.
And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're open to do it consistently here. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Hayner on 1st and 10. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. Oh, he sheds himself free. Still going. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Saints get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. And that CD, one heck of a run. He just refused to go down.
And that's where determination comes in, because he had at least a couple of guys had really good shots at him, but he just said, I don't think so. Speed, power, elusiveness, all on display right there. Look like you, partner, back during your salad days in Evansville.
Extra point forthcoming. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
McKenzie now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Now the NFL's leading rusher in 2021, Jonathan Taylor.
A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 1.
2nd and 1 at the 28-yard line.
Now Richardson is going to keep it running right.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. He'll grab 3 yards on the play, taking it himself for the first down.
Up the middle, here's Taylor.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
And they'll go to the air now with Richardson.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
From the gun, it's Taylor. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Third and long for Richardson.
And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down. To punt on fourth down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez.
Deep for New Orleans is Rashid Shaheed.
This is taken at the 23. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10.
At their own 46-yard line.
Don't give him an inch.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
You look at this Colts defense.
They were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you can tell by this team, all right? Anytime you can tell your offense, hey, just get us a couple touchdowns. We got this thing locked down. That's when you know you're playing well and you're carrying your team along.
Hayner going bootleg here. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down to the 2 before he's wrestled out.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, dialing up that play call certainly meant that he grabbed a little extra shot of courage on that one, because normally on 3rd and short, you're just trying to move the sticks, get the ball just past that line of scrimmage. Instead,
and he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Alvin Kamara.
His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year.
And the Saints have taken a 13-0 first-quarter lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
McKenzie now from his end zone.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Up to midfield.
Isaiah McKenzie.
He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Colts. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get him in the end zone.
it qualifies indeed, because let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us.
Matt Gay on for the extra point.
And that one makes it 14-7. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but Did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there's never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
On second down, Kamara. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. You look at this Colt defense. They come into this one rounding out the top 10 in the 10 spot against the run.
I jotted down in my notes and prepping for this game that this is definitely an area we got to keep an eye.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
Quiddy Pay getting in there and burying him behind the line.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Here comes the Saints punter now.
Back deep for the Colts, Isaiah McKenzie.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 43. We'll call that a 41-yard punt. The net a little greater, though, following a loss on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Running straight ahead, Taylor.
Heck of a move. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
41 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Richardson looking to throw this.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore.
And the Saints are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Well, this is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense bait a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released. Big-time play. They love taking advantage of the youngsters, and in this case, it paid off well.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
But that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
And he'll be out right at the 35. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
That's good for 21 yards and a first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that would look like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
First down, Saints.
Throwing, Hayner.
And his throw is incomplete.
It sort of looks like they stopped some fighting them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Back to the ground. It's Kamara. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. They
do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Painter here from the gun. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Like what I've seen so far in this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And his kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the end.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Zach Moss, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it leads down to a field goal at 17-14. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. This taken in at the goal line. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback. Touchdown! Michael Thomas, 42 yards. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise, too.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. McKenzie now from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
He's going to wind up and air it out. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Saints force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 105 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
On first down, Hayner. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Kamara out of the pistol. And a good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. McKenzie now from his end zone.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they still...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it first and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he fires one incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
They'll run the screen with Moss. His second catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up third down now.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
On third down, here's Richardson. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 26. Back to the air with Richardson. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
It's now second and 10.
They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with third and 11. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week and saw how precise he was and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And that's how they've been successful.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Up the middle. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
And going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. A big play there for Indy. 48 yards.
This play is a thing of beauty when it works as designed because they let the running back slip out of the backfield and head down the sideline on a wheel route. Number 1, it's easy for him to get lost. And number 2, really tough for the linebacker to run with him. And this ball is right on the money and leads to a big play.
23 yards on the pickup there and a first. They'll run here with Taylor. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 9-yard line.
Now Richardson is going to keep it running right. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
When you run into slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Gay's kick is good, and this is back down to a 7-point game. So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within 1 score.
It certainly does, because now they stay within shouting distance, so that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still, they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. From the 25, here's 2nd and 9. Now a man picked up after 2 years in Detroit. It's Jamal Williams. Now he's loose at the 40. Inside the 20. And finally wrestled down at the 11. So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you can have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
They stay on the ground this time. It's Williams. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 18 there, and the Saints have a 1st down.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for. A really good change of pace back.
A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 126 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Hayner sets up play action. Pass taken in by his big tight end. He's got the 1st down and more. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. 2nd down, another run with Taylor. And he'll get about 3 up past the 25.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make the play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's good for an Indianapolis 1st down on a gain of 10.
That's good for our Colts.
Richardson. That's caught. It's Josh Downs. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Richardson. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And that is incomplete.
Trying to get a big strike right there and hopefully tie this game up in the late going. But the coverage was there, and this winds up incomplete.
Richardson on 2nd and 10. And he whips that one incomplete there. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. but to drop under 50%, that just...
And the comeback may stall out. It's intercept. Oh, no, he lost the football.
And this is picked up by the Saints. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. And, partner, I know hindsight's always 20/20, but, man, just in general, those laterals, they can be so risky, and we see the risk that can be involved right there.
And you just have to know, and we've seen it because we've been at a lot of practices. It's not something that's practiced very often. You know, in that situation, you don't see guys really working on it. Maybe like we're bringing the rugby guys in to help us with tackling, maybe we ask them to help us with the laterals as well and make that a better play.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line on gain of 19 yards. And the Saints first down.
Points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory.
On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking of it.
Touchdown, New Orleans!
Alvin Kamara.
37 yards.
And the Saints look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the fourth quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. McKenzie now from his end zone. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. It's a foot race. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Colts. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side. Get that.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them to do that?
Maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film opposed to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
We've got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down.
Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And he will have a Saints first down. It has been a struggle, but it's looking like that'll be the one to seal a victory for him.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on third down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. The Saints in victory formation now as they'll take the knee. And for the visitors, it is going to be a happy flight home. It is all